the Mummy ride. Maybe you're thinking Universal Studio. There's no Mummy. Oh, you're thinking of you're thinking of you're thinking of Indiana Jones. That's right. That thing is under construction or under refurbishment, something like that. It's not available right now. They tore that shit in half right now. But if the Indiana Jones in the Disneyland was similar or the same to the Tokyo Disney Sea, then I have been on the Indiana Jones one. It's if I was to ride that by myself, I would have find that ride pretty boring, and I'd be like, ah, it's okay. It was kind of boring though. But then, back in the it was before baby time. It was me and Ryan. We rode the Indiana Jones ride, and I had a great fun thanks to Ryan because it was Ryan on the steering wheel. Next to him was me, and then two Japanese girls behind us. Right, that was the car, and right the whole time Ryan thought it wasn't a track. Like Ryan thought he was driving the car. He was like role playing without knowing he was role playing, right? And so like as the ride comes, like there's like tickies that like shooting like darts like boom boom, and like the fires like and then Ryan holding steering wheels, he's like and he's like actually driving. He's like, I was laughing like I couldn't tell him that it was on the track. Like it didn't matter if it was like him turning the steering wheel. That didn't matter, right? That shit is just prop. But I was laughing so hard I could not talk. Like I was wheezing, and then Ryan's just like, ah! Ah! And what made it better was the two Japanese girls behind us screaming like, ah, Ayana, Yana, Yana, ah! And then Ryan was like, oh shit, oh shit. I mean, just wheezing, and then like during the ride, there's this like I don't know what you would call it. It was like the Mexican thing that's like shoots like the gas. I guess it was like, poof, like that, and it's just a smoke, right? It's just a smoke. It looks like it's gonna shoot out fire because there was like fire around it, but then it doesn't shoot out like firebomb. It just shoots out the smoke bomb. And then like it goes like poof, and then shoot out a smoke bomb, and Ryan ducked thinking it was like a firebomb, and he was like ah, and then like he was trying to drive so that the car won't phase like the smoke bomb. Oh, and then like the Japanese girl in the back was like, ah, yamete, yamete, ah, kawaii, kawaii. Oh, it's like it might have been like one of the best ride. Not because the ride is. I mean, the ride itself is great, but like the fact that Ryan thought that the car was not on the track, like he thought he was actually driving the car, like it was the greatest moment. Like obviously that would never happen again because he knows. Like I told him as soon as we got out, I had to like stop. I need to like stop laughing. My stomach's gonna like tear into two pieces. And then after I was able to breathe, I told them like, oh, like, by the way, did you know like you weren't driving the car? That thing was on a track, and Orion was like, what? You telling me that shit was just on a track? I'm like, yeah, you weren't driving the car. And he was like, man, I was driving so hard trying to save these two Japanese girls in the back. They were so terrified. And I'm like, yeah, it's just on the track. Oh, that was so good. Oh. And then we wanted to ride the Indiana Jones ride. When we got there, it was on like refurbishment or something. It was torn in half. And I was like, oh man, that's too bad. And then Ryan was like, that's okay. We rode that back in Tokyo Disney Sea. We don't need to ride it no more. And that shit was like, throwing firebomb at us. And I was like, what do you mean firebomb? It didn't have any firebomb. And then Ryan was like, yeah, that shit had a firebomb, remember? As I was driving, it blew the firebomb into our face. I'm like, Ryan, that shit was a firebomb. That shit was just a smoke bomb. And Ryan's like, smoke bomb, firebomb, same shit. And I was like, not the same shit. Not the same shit. It was so good. It was one of the best memories. And you can understand why I love dragging Ryan into the amusement park. It just makes it so much better. That like him accidentally role playing is like what's great, honestly. It's like almost bringing like a 2-year-old baby to the amusement park, but then it's even better because that 2-year-old is not 2, it's 34-year-old man. but, but then he has never experienced any of this. It's it makes it just that much better. It was so good. If I really do hope there was like a photo for like the Indiana Jones ride, because you would see me like crying in laughter, just like gasping for air. 2 innocent Japanese girls in the back screaming, "Tasukete! Ah!" And then Ryan like, monkaSTEER, monkaSTEER. Oh, I bet the people watch the security cameras for the ride were dying with laughter. So true. Especially you would like it wouldn't it be so funny in Japan, especially you see this like bald ass white male like thinking that he's driving that car. Oh. We have the photo of Tower of Terror in the Tokyo Disney Sea. And it's a great photo. If I ever like go to the court and be like, my honor, he has been a untruthful man. Look at this example. And then I will give him the Tower of Terror picture. It's so good. Cause like I'm sitting next to him on his right. And then there's a Japanese girl and her boyfriend sitting on left of him. And as the thing drops, it takes the photo. And you can see Ryan stretching out his left arm, protecting the Japanese girl. And leaving me out on dry. Nothing for me. Nothing for me. And he's stretching his arm, like, protecting this random Japanese girl. And then, like, I always check the pictures at the end. And then we're like, I'm gonna check the picture. And then and then I was like, Ryan, come over here. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you touching this random Japanese girl that's on your left? And then Ryan's like, dude, I don't even remember that. It was just on the moment. In the moment. I don't remember doing that. I'm like, I gotta get this photo. I gotta get this photo and I'm gonna present it to the court. Case 1. Abandoning his wife and protecting random Japanese girl who had the boyfriend next to her, like, and I still have the photo and Luna loves to look at it. She was like, mommy, that's daddy. I'm like, that's right. But who's daddy protecting? That's the real question. Maybe he thought that was you? What are you talking about? He knew I was sitting on the right. We were talking to each other the whole time. Suddenly he thinks like I'm on the left. Just like, it's funny. He's left-handed? What the fuck? So it's like, he's left-handed, I need to be on his left to be protected? Is that what it is? What the fuck?